Most developers spend weeks to update their project to newer versions, especially when the project is huge. And during last 10 years, I saw different companies where some people updated everything to the latest version and another didn't update at all. So by the end of this video, you will learn when you need to update your project, your specific library, and when it doesn't make any sense. Most companies treat updating of the framework or libraries as a necessary evil. They start thinking about new features or security updates that they must implement. For example, not so long ago, I spent quite a lot of time updating Tailwind 3 to Tailwind 4 in a big project, fixing lots of breaking changes. And did it make my application better? No, it didn't really change anything. My application is not loading faster, it is not more stable, and users don't care. So let's be brutally honest here, updating your framework brings zero business value. And I see only 2 points when it makes sense to update your application. First of all, when you need some specific API which will really simplify the life of developers or improve the speed of the application. And this is exactly what we're doing in my middle to senior front-end bootcamp. We evaluate what features our project needs and focus only on that. Another point when you have some security vulnerability and you want to close that. If you just update your project to the new version just to be on the latest version, this is wasted time. Your business doesn't really care if you are using Angular 12 or still are sitting on Angular 15. Which brings us to the next point, which is less obvious. When you are upgrading to newer versions, you typically have bad documentation. Why that? All developers hate writing documentation and it is really difficult to find a good one. This is why when you are updating, you will have lots of challenges. First of all, you are trying something new, which was released not so long ago and is not stable yet. And secondly, typically in documentation, it will be unclear how it works or what exactly was changed. And from the latest example that I had is Tailwind library together with Rails, which is basically a wrapper around Tailwind to simplify working with it in Ruby on Rails. The main point to highlight here that documentation is not a skill issue of the developer. If the documentation simply shows you that you need to install a package and run one command to configure it and it will be working just fine, it is typically not enough. I expect from the library to show me what it does under the hood. Is it using a Tailwind CLI? Is it some Ruby wrapper? Developer can't understand it without reading the source code. So basically it makes a lot of sense to wait longer so tools are getting more stable and documentation is improved. And even then, when you see things that you are using that they have bad documentation, you might want to reconsider if these things that you are using are really stable and make sense to use, because typically most popular libraries and frameworks should have good documentation. Which brings us to the next problem, and this is AI hallucination problem. And it is extremely important when we're talking about updating, because AI doesn't really know about all new features of the library. Sure, it might know about this library that you want to update, but it will show you only the old API. And when you will ask about new version, again for example Tailwind 4, it will invent some methods that don't exist and it won't help you to set up your project fast. So again, you should not rely on AI when you try to update something, and it makes a lot of sense to wait longer before update, because AI will get more information from other people and it will get you better support later. This is why if Angular 20 comes out, you don't want to update right away. It makes a lot of sense to wait at least several months or maybe a year before you update into this version. And again, even if you are sitting on the older version, it doesn't mean that your project is slow and you need to update it today. So what seniors do to not have this problem? They select tools which are there for years, at least 5+ years. I would consider a stable tool. So the technology must be boring, it must have lots of questions on Stack Overflow that are already answered, and AI has a lot of data to learn on. So instead of thinking Tailwind 4 came out, I need to update, instead you need to think, okay, I'm using Tailwind 3, is it broken? No. Is it slow? Also no. Are users complaining? No. Then I'm not upgrading because it's better to spend 1 week on implementing new features than 1 week upgrading to a new version. So I want to say it again, it doesn't really matter if your project still uses jQuery, some old Java version, or built with tools from 2010. Nobody cares. If your project earns money for the business, is fast enough for your users so they are not complaining, nobody cares that you didn't update to the latest version. And the main problem here is this is how our development environment works. Every single library or a framework will update itself. Even if we're talking about big players like React or Angular, they obviously introduce new features and make updates in newer versions. But if you just think about it, it didn't make your application 20 times faster with newer versions or 20 times more comfortable to use or write code. Mostly it is just some API changes or new ways to do exactly the same things. And it is happening everywhere. For example, React, lots of new features, but even when we compare classes with hooks, the outcome is the same. React Router is the library which got new API every single release, but the outcome is exactly the same. Even when we're talking about Angular 4 or 5, which was really long ago, these applications still were on production and were working just fine. Yes, they didn't have signals, control flows, and all this newer stuff, but they were fine for businesses to earn money. So instead of focusing on just updating technology, focus on business impact and what features can make this business earn more money. And if you want one-on-one help with your specific code, preparing for the interviews or helping with your architecture, I am doing one-on-one paid mentorship sessions. It's a 90-minute session where we're working on exactly what is important for you. So if you're interested in that, check the link in the description box below.